What's up, y'all? Hey, how you doing? This is your boy Gerald. It is the 6th of October 2014. How are you? How are you? You doing alright? I hope so. I hope so. I hope your weekend was peaceful. You gotta bear with me. I'm kind of doing a Mr. Rogers neighborhood switch up because just getting out of class, and I do have to go to work. But I was gonna wait until the weekend, but I got a letter, and after praying on it, because that's what I do. I stay prayed up. That's what fortifies my discernment. That's what helps me navigate my life. And this person was vulnerable enough to take the time to sit down and put their thoughts down on paper and send it out to me. Well, actually, through the internet. And I got it in my inbox. And first and foremost, I want to go ahead and throw this out there because I really try to be punctual. If you're going through something, or you want some unbiased advice, do not hesitate. Do you hear me? Do not hesitate. Drop me a line. The worst thing that's going to come out of that is the truth. Because, see, I don't have anything to gain. I have nothing to gain. However, it is my responsibility, number one, as a spiritual person, a human being, a life coach, and as an aspiring psychologist, because that's what I'm going to school for. And when the work is done, and it shall be done, one day you guys will see Dr. Gerald Davis, therapist, counselor, possibly a friend, and someone that you can turn to as a means of getting validation in where you are in your life. I'm the first one to tell you it is not easy navigating your life. It is not. However, it is your responsibility to take on that challenge because it's your life. It's your life. So it's very apparent that you make sound decisions. I'm the first one to tell you right off the bat, family, that the worst thing that you could ever do is try to make a decision when your emotions are in flux. That's the worst thing you can do. If it's going to have an impact, at a minimum, give yourself time to reflect on the pros and cons. Many times, people will make a decision in the height of what's going on to only regret it later on. But let me throw this disclaimer out here right now. If you are in a situation where you feel that you are in harm's way, you feel that you're at risk, or bottom line, in danger, then you have to do what's best for you. Yes. Do not allow your pride and ego to put you in a position that can cause physical harm, emotional duress, or any type of catalyst that is not in your best interest. But just know this: whatever choices that you make, just know that I put this on Google Plus not even 30 minutes ago, and I put the moment that you take accountability for your thoughts is the moment you take control of your actions. Did you hear what I'm saying? Because it's only one life. You got one life. So it's imperative that you protect it. You protect it. So if you're in an environment where there is no growth, and you know there's no growth, you got to ask yourself two things. Why are you in that environment? And secondly, why are you allowing that environment to have access to you? What is it? What is the commonality that has your attention? I guarantee you 9 times out of 10, it is something that is emotionally triggered that you feel that you lack. Everything that you need is found right here. Everything. But it's governed here. It is overseen here. So, have courage. Have courage. You know, sometimes, people think that when you take a loss, it doesn't have a benefit in that. And I can't think of it. I can't think of the artist right now. And for those who do know who I'm talking about, put it down in the comment section below. But they had a song that more or less said, when you lose, you win. I think it was Fantasia Barrino. I think. But that's very true. Sometimes you have to take a loss. That loss might be your blessing. Maybe that loss may be the understanding of the lesson of why you were there. So I'm here to tell you right off the bat, you've got to be able to ground your feet. You've got to be able to allow yourself to be still. If you're in a position emotionally where you're constantly ripping and running, and you're not going anywhere, but you're ripping and running, you're everywhere, that's a telltale reflection that something up here is not functioning right. No, I'm not calling you crazy. I'm saying that there's something that you're trying to find an answer. It's kind of like trying to put a square block in a circle. No matter how many times you flip it around, it's not meant to be. And that's usually when the epiphanies come. That's when the reality becomes real. And unfortunately, sometimes it does usher fear, the uncertainty. But I'm here to tell you right now, I'm here to tell somebody right now, you don't claim that fear. Because that ain't nothing but an illusion. That ain't nothing but to distract you to where you're going. See, what you don't realize is that the person that you're going to become is a very unique person. And that person has attributes that will open a door for people to not only understand them, relate to them, grow with them, but unconditionally love them. And shouldn't that be the end goal? Some people mix that up with the word chemistry. You know, they get that misconstrued, but it's not. It's totally different. Because anyone can have a like-minded understanding, but it only results in a negative output. That's why we make choices and we run with who we think is going to accept who we are, or accept us for the behavior that we are projecting. Why? Because we don't know all we need to know. And then, you know, society doesn't want to educate you like you should. So they turn around, throw a disclaimer out there and say, just fake it till you make it. But the question is, why do you have to fake it when you are the original by itself? You should be able to stand out on your own merits. Why? Excuse me. Excuse me. We're going through the changes, y'all, here with the weather. So your boy had to break out his hoodie, had to break out the cargo pants, and so I love this time of year because I get to actually get to dress. I love the fall, but not to lose my whole point on why I'm putting this out. So I got this letter from this guy, and this guy, he's in a crossroads, and the person that he has feelings for, it seems like they are just, I hate to say it, they're reckless. You know, they're into thrill seekings, or pulling the ball of yarn to see how far our limits will go. And he says, well, you know, Gerald, I love this woman. I do. I see things about her that she can't see. And she thinks that I'm trying to be controlling or be critical, but each time that I tell her, and when it's in the best interest of her, she turns around and acts out or rebels. So now he's in a crossroads where he feels like he's going to literally have to walk away from his heart. But this person just doesn't get it. And he wants to know what he should do. Well, first thing, I'm going to say this. Excuse me. First thing I'm going to say is, you need to pray over the situation. Pray over the situation. Second thing I would say is, you need to focus on yourself. Do not put yourself in danger or any endangerment because of the person that you're with. And the reason why I'm saying that is because if they value you, your time, the efforts that you're conveying to them, which is in the best interest of them, if they don't see that, they don't see your value and they don't see your worth. And you deserve to be happy. You deserve to be happy. Now, at the end of the day, only you know what your toleration level is. For what you described, and I have to look at it unbiasedly because I also know that there's two sides to every story. But just know this, You are not her husband. You are not her father. The process should be the two of you coming together, making a conscious decision to walk together so that you can enhance the growth of the relationship. What is the end goal? What is the end goal? Or better yet, let me ask you this. If you had to make a decision right now, would you marry her? If someone came to you and said, hey, right now, here's the ring. You ready to go get married? What does your heart tell you? What does it tell you? If it's other than yes, guess what? All you're doing is marking time. Talk about synchronicity. That's what you're doing. You're playing a game. You're both playing a game. And it's obvious that from what you're saying, she don't see her worth either, because pretty much what you're describing, she is doing her own thing with whoever she chooses to do her thing with, which there must be a commonality in that, because why does she feel that she has to seek others' attention when it should be found with you? So there may be something that you're lacking. There may be something that you have not taken accountability on. Now, you got to understand something now. I'm keeping it 100. Perhaps, maybe, you came into her life to show her what a commitment looks like. She didn't have the courage to commit to herself. Because, see, you know, people do that all the time. They will attract someone that has the same mindset in some degree, and that will have a false relationship. And maybe you're the one that's stable and she's not, but there's something that you see in her. Maybe you see her as she's the fun girl. But the fact of the matter is, you know that's going to take some work to get her on the same page as you. At the end of the day, you got to be honest with yourself. You know? You got to be honest. If you're only with somebody because the sex is good, but they don't have no life skills, you got to make a decision to invest in them so that you both can have a balance, or stop lying to yourself and live your life. This person seems like she has a lot of growing up to do. And just for the sole reason, the fact that, for what you described, she doesn't know her worth. Only thing she knows is on the superficial. So 9 times out of 10, she may be like a lot of people. They get caught up on what they see on TV or in their environment, the direct environment. You know, remember I told you that time Tyrese Gibson had a song out on his album called Walk, Message to My Fan. If you've never heard that song, I highly recommend, please go up there and put Walk, Tyrese Gibson. Listen to the lyrical content. And he made a point in that to gauge a person's success, you can see it by the five people that person interacts with the most. And that'll tell you exactly what type of caliber person you're dealing with. The apple don't fall from the tree. Doesn't fall far from the tree. Same thing goes with family structures. If you spent any type of time with this woman and you've interacted and you spent time with her as you described, so you know her family. What type of image do you see from her family do you see? Or better yet, what negatives do you see would stand out the most? Because those negatives are going to be 9 times out of 10 the things that are ingrained in her, the way she thinks and acts. Yes. So you've got to make a conscious decision. Number one, you have to love yourself. Even if that means you have to walk away. You have to be honest with yourself. The last thing that you want to do is try to align yourself with someone that does not have the capability at this moment to grow. Because if they don't have the capability to grow emotionally, well, guess what? You've already settled. Because they're not loving you as you need to be loved. Not how you want to be loved. It should be reciprocal. And if it's not, what are you doing? I think, if anything, talk about synchronicity. Boy, thank you, my angels. I think what you need to do is make a point to sit down with her, and you need to address your concerns civilly. If you try to strong arm somebody, all they're going to do is turn you off. They're not even going to waste their time because they've already put a block. You know, it's no different than when you were a teenager and your parents tried to tell you something. What did you do? You cut that off. You didn't even take it in, only to turn around and have to learn through a bad experience. Your parents do that because they love you and they see your best interests. Same thing, my queens. When a man comes into your life that seems grounded, don't waste his time if you're not. Don't. Because I'm going to tell you what. I'm going to keep telling you this. The man that you'll end up with will be one of two. Number one, he'll be a spiritual man. So he'll always have your best interest because he will value who you are and what you are to him. No, he will not look at you like you're a trophy. No, because you're a human being. And if you're with somebody that only governs you as a trophy, a side item, those cats only do that for their peers, because they're lacking something within themselves that they can't stand on their own. You see it played all the time. Cat's most prized possession is his car. But he riding a $60,000 car, but he's living in a studio. Your priorities are not right. I'm speaking truth. Same thing goes with you, my queens. You seek more validation out of your female constituents, your female environment. That's why you act, talk, buy, spend your money. You know, everything you do is in validation and acceptance of the female community or the environment you're in. Otherwise, you wouldn't do it. Think about it. That's where you get your inspiration from other women. Other women look at you for validation that they're on the same path. But if that path is negative, what are you doing? Because all you're doing is wasting time, emotions, and you know you hate it when you stuck up there, because all you do is think all day, 1,001 thoughts, trying to hold it together, but you're multitasking and juggling. And a lot of times not being able to accomplish not one thing. So you do it because you're so distracted emotionally, because you're afraid to declare who you really are. You're afraid that you're going to be ostracized from your environment if you do what's best for you. Well, guess what? I keep trying to tell you that's not the environment for you anyway. You're not. The pain will keep coming until you decide to have the courage to love yourself. and get the hell up out of there. Why would you allow someone to be in the midst of you if they bring nothing to the table? And I'm not talking financially, because guess what? Finances are not permanent. They fluctuate. You could be a millionaire today and broke tomorrow. But love is eternal. Come on now. Money don't make a home, love does. Don't make the mistake like so many people, and they put their material worth in front of their happiness, only to suffer. Don't do that. Don't do that. So not to get on a tangent, you deserve to be happy, my friend. You do. And it is your responsibility to look at things, look at them concretely. As a matter of fact, take that same scenario and look at it from a third person view. Like, say for example, same scenario, if someone came to you and said, hey, if this played out, what would you do? Detach from that situation and look at it that way. And I guarantee you, you will come up with the right conclusion in the end. You will. Now, at the end of the day, she will have to make a decision if you're worth growing with. And you have to be prepared to live your life without them. You have to be prepared for that. But just know this. If that happens, just know that higher power, I know him as my Lord Jesus Christ, has someone custom tailored for you that will love you, will give you. You will know what love feels like the moment you truly decide to do the work emotionally and love yourself. Love yourself. As I put a video out the other day, if you guys have not seen it, and you got a little time, entitled Stolen Moments, Time to Claim What Look Within. Check that video out, because everybody goes through that at one period of time in their lives. Make a decision that your heart, your emotions are worth protecting. What you may be dealing with is you have no boundaries. So they think that they're not going to respect you. They're not going to flat out tell you they don't respect you. Their actions will. If it don't feel right, it's not right. That's really what you're feeling, is your intuition. Those feelings that you feel in your emotions that's got you looking sideways. Don't do that, man. Don't do that, because all that's going to happen is you're going to stress yourself out. You'll end up allowing fear to take root in your actions, and you'll end up regretting doing something that is totally out of your character. Trust and believe this. All women want a good man. Those little boys out there, those little wannabes, these sugar daddies and these thugs, all those are just toys. And usually what happens is this woman, I don't want to speak upon her because I don't know her situation, but most women, when they make a conscious decision to get out there in them streets, they go through a whole lot of bums. And what happens is they learn lessons the wrong way, the hard way, and costing them a lot of tears at night, a lot of shame, a lot of guilt. But guess what? I keep trying to tell you, God is the ultimate comedian. He will bring and use whatever he needs to get your attention, to respect yourself, to love yourself, and honor him. So you got to make a decision. Who you rolling with? You rolling with the divine? Because if you're not, you're settling. And probably 9 times out of 10, the person that you attracted into your life It's got the same traits that are found in your heart. So you need to check that and look what's going on within you. Because you can't expect somebody to act right, get right, if you're not right. You got to own that. So take accountability for your actions. Own your life. And as long as you're doing that, guess what? God gonna take care of the rest. If you got any questions or concerns, by all means, hit me up in the inbox. If not, I'm on Google+. I would love for you to like and subscribe. And even if you don't like it, I'd like to know your feedback. But just know this. No matter what struggle you're going through, you can make it through the moment you connect with Him. God is praying for you. You know I am. I see your worth. And for that, it helps me discern mine. You're damn right you deserve to be happy. And your environment should reflect that. And if you got somebody that's not trying to uplift you, not trying to watch you grow, that's always trying to ride your back about the things that's best for you, let me do yourself a favor. Cut them out your life, because they don't deserve it. They don't deserve to hear you breathe. Stay blessed, y'all. Love to hear from you. Bye.